Hey everybody, this is Ori from AstroWeb, and this is a video on the Behavior tab in Google Analytics. Okay, so basically the Behavior tab is going to show you more information about your user visits, such as the pages they visit, how are they experiencing the site speed, how is the website responding, are they using the search box, and are they clicking on different events that you're actually setting up. Okay. So there's a few more things, but let's just go one by one, okay? So the first thing is the behavior flow. So again, it'll show you based on your specific criteria or your basic data point, what are the pages that people are starting and how are they continuing, okay? So for example, if I only want to see the flow from the, let's say, vinyl versus aluminum, I can click on it and view only this segment. So I can see from the landing page of that page what happens next off. So if I hover over this page, I can note that there's a huge drop off. There's a huge drop off. So basically, I need to figure out on this page, why are people leaving the site? Are they not finding what they're looking for? Do I need to improve the content, the design? Is the page too slow? Things like that. Is it normal to have a huge drop off because maybe they only came there to read one article and that was enough? That was what they're looking for. You need to think about these things. So you can basically note where they go and how they continue. It's really interesting to note, especially the drop offs. Okay, perfect. The next thing is the site content. This is a great thing. What are your most popular pages, right? The homepage, the which pages are converting better, which pages have high bounce rates, things like that. It's very nice to look at this. So what are your most popular pages and how can you maybe improve some of these pages? How can you know which pages have a very low exit rate? Which ones have too high of bounce rates, which you can improve and look at them, things like that. Okay, maybe you might be surprised by some pages that have a lot of views that you didn't even know about. Maybe it was a blog post that you wrote and became very popular. Okay. Okay, same thing goes here, right? So these are the content, these are the page paths. So what is my first page, my second page, things like that. Okay. Okay, let's go back here, sorry. Okay, so here with the second, what I can do here is I can see the first page that came, but I can note here with another column with the secondary dimension, I can look at what are the most popular pages and then the most popular next pages after that, right? I can notice that people that came from this TW page typically go to the gutter pages. So I can look at the flow and understand if my design, my elements, my menus are good for the user and try to maybe possibly redesign or help them based on habits and trends that I see in this data. Okay. Next thing is the landing page segment. Okay. What are my most popular first pages that people enter my website with? And in many cases, you'll notice that there's a lot of pages that are not just the home page that people enter, right? If you notice here, only 30% of all of the visits come and land on the home page. So a lot of people spend a lot of time optimizing the home page, making it comfortable, but they don't note that most of traffic on most sites come from other pages. So you got to note that. Maybe I need to improve my vinyl page. Maybe I need to do other things, okay? Think about this. Look at the metrics. Look at the conversions and look at what the next page after that landing page is, which we saw in the content drill down, to understand better what's going on, okay? My next thing is the exit pages, right? What are my most popular pages that people visit last and that's it, and they move on, right? Understand better. Is that a good exit page? Is that what people need to do? Or are they exiting because they're frustrated or they're not getting the information that they need and maybe going back to search engines or to Google to find something? So look at these pages, especially look at the ones that have a lot of traffic and why so many people are exiting from there. Okay. Sometimes it's natural to exit. No one's going to stay forever on your website. Maybe it's okay. Maybe they called you and they just exit, right? but they did become your customer via phone, right? Things like that. Okay, the next thing is the site speed, right? This overview and page timings will help you understand which pages or which browsers are slower. Maybe you didn't code something correctly. Maybe your server response time is very slow. Maybe certain countries are very slow. Maybe you need to add a CDN, right? For UK in this example, it's much slower than US. Maybe because obviously the server is in US, things like that. Maybe certain pages have too many images and they're loading very slow. Why is that? Let's look at that information. So you can look at all this information here under page timings. They compare it to the average time, right? The photo gallery is really slower, and most likely because there are a lot of images. But can we compress those images? Is it normal? Let's look at this information. Okay, you'll get some speed suggestions from Google. They have a tool to basically go and help you understand what you can improve, give suggestions, things like that. Okay. Okay, so you'll have some things it'll explain, and here if you click, you'll have some suggestions on these pages. It'll load another page with the Google's tool. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, site search. Okay, so what site search is, right now it has no information because we're using, in this specific site, we're using our own search engine. So we didn't really plug it in, but if you do use site search, you'll be able to see what people are searching for, and kind of the helpfulness of the search engine. Maybe you need to look at the data and improve how your search engine functions. Maybe you need to manually override certain things and redirect to the correct pages, things like that. There is a video in the next series that will talk about search terms, so you'll be able to know more about that. Okay, these are the events. Again, if you added additional event tracking to Google Analytics based on very specific events you want to trigger, or you want to monitor, excuse me, when they trigger, you'll be able to look at this. This is great. You can see the events based on different areas, monitor them. It's a great, great tool to look at your conversions, your goals, your events, right? Which places are triggering good events, which are not. Okay, Adsense, this is a section we don't have right now information because we're not running advertising on this specific site. Again, you'll have to link your Adsense and analytics if you do run ads on your website. We won't cover it in this series of videos, but I'm sure you can find a lot more information on it. Pretty basic stuff. Okay, experiments is what we call the test of different variation of pages in order to improve your website. So we have a video on this, or we're going to make a video. So look at the experiments and the A/B testing videos we're going to create. Very, very important, very helpful to understand and improve your website with your content, your buttons, your colors, your styles, things like that. Make tests to test out 2 different variations and improve your conversions, your click-through rates, your basically your user's experience. Okay, and then the last one is in-page analytics. Okay, so what that does is you can look at your site, and it'll show you the percentage of clicks on each area. So maybe you can note that a lot of people are clicking on, let's see here, on this button, but not many people are clicking on this button. So maybe you want to sort them out in a different way. Maybe you want to change them in a different way. So you can note all of the different links and who's clicking on what. It's really, really helpful. You can click on a link and then see the analytics, the clicks on the next page, and on and on and on. Okay, that's basically it. So hope you enjoyed this video. We'll be creating the next one. Thank you.